What's up, a Cinema Shogun here, and new details continue to emerge about Ezra Miller. We now have a peek inside of Ezra Miller's little cult. So let's take a look at what a day in the life of an Ezra Miller cult member actually looks like. In 2020, the world first learned of Ezra Miller's increasingly erratic behavior when a video showed them choking a woman in Iceland. But his time in Iceland was more eventful and chaotic than even that video would suggest. During the 2 months Ezra Miller spent in Iceland, rumors started spreading among the locals that an actor was running a cult out of an Airbnb. Sorry, this just sounds like the plot of like a cheesy straight to DVD $5 Walmart bin movie. Let's go forward. The sad part is this is an actual reality. A reality that I've been trying to tell everyone was real for a while now, but that's neither here nor there. Permanent residents described him as an aggressive person with a revolting smell. So Ezra Miller is out here smelling like straight up ass crack. What in the hell? You would think that Ezra Miller, if he's really this feminine type of guy, that he would be more worried about his body odor. He would be more worried about his upkeep. But he's not. They're saying he's walking around smelling like straight butt cheese. So I'm just sitting here like, damn. They say that evil people smell like sulfur. And I believe that Ezra Miller is a straight up demon spawn straight from the bowels of hell. So it doesn't surprise me that he stinks. But I mean, if you're someone that's like trying to get all of these women around you, you would want to smell good. And he's an actor. He could, he's got all of this money. He could afford the best shampoo, the best body wash, the best deodorant, the best fragrances in the world. Yet they say he smells revolting. Not even that he stinks, but that he has a revolting smell. That is a strong word, ladies and gentlemen. He rarely changes out of his clothes. Whoa, is this a roast session? Or are they trying to give us details about the cult? I mean, they really took it there. So Ezra Miller smells like ass, and he never changes his clothes, which is probably one of the reasons why he stinks. His clothes probably smell like sour milk or freaking like beef stroganoff, 3-day-old beef stroganoff. 3 people recalled Miller walking barefoot through Reykjavik. I can't say that word. I'm trying, folks. Noting long, unclipped toenails and what may have been an infected gash on his foot. So not only is Ezra Miller running a cult, not only is Ezra Miller surrounding himself with young women that he wants to impregnate, but he's out here smelling like butt. He's got an infected foot. His toenails are just long and, they're cutting up all these girls' legs when they're in bed with him. He doesn't change his outfit, despite the fact that he is well dressed when you see him on the red carpet, even though sometimes he's in women's clothes. There's no denying the fact that the clothes at least look expensive. You get what I'm saying? Like, even when he's in ridiculous outfits, you just know that those ridiculous outfits cost an arm and a leg. Maybe even Ezra Miller's infected leg. But this is a dude that everyone deems as being super stylish and a gender bender stylist and all types of weird words that they apply to him. Yet here he is out here not changing his clothes. He's infected. What do people see in this guy? I mean, whenever I hear him talking, it's obvious to me that he's a little loopy. I mean, and that's just me being polite. But not only just that, like, I thought I was under the impression that Ezra Miller was maybe out here like woeing people because he was, I mean, he's not an ugly guy, no homo, but he's a good looking dude. You would think that he would be well dressed. He has plenty of money, yet he's out here looking like a homeless bum, and he's still freaking taking over people's brains. So, but or whatever. The Airbnb. Is Ezra Miller the first person to run a cult out of an Airbnb? Oh my God. Imagine owning a property and you turn it into an Airbnb and come to find out you have a whole freaking long toenailed stinky Ezra Miller in your home running an entire cult with 12-year-old non-binary girls that he wants to get pregnant, even though he's convincing them that they're little boys. This is absolutely batshit insane. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right. The Airbnb, a house in the Reykjavik suburb of Kapavolgur, was described by one visitor as a commune. Exactly. It's typical cult-like behavior. They always want to act like, no, man, we're just trying to live off the land. And it's basically a commune, and it's basically just a way for them to cut you off from society even further. That's always the ultimate goal for these cult members, is to cut you off from society. So he's trying to cut everyone off from society. Hey, everyone, come live in my Airbnb. We got plenty of mattresses on the ground. All you have to do is basically whatever I say, and you can stay here rent-free. All right. Man, so one visitor described it as a commune with beds laid out everywhere on the floor. Miller collected a community of artists, expats, and beautiful young women who were said to hang on his every word. I felt like he was hypnotizing everyone. Oh my God. So what he does is, Ezra Miller travels the world. He comes into these little towns and these little cities, and he starts supporting the local artists. Because let's be honest here, local art communities, while I really appreciate art and I love art, a lot of the local art communities sometimes attract, the more unique type of people. And that's the type of people that Ezra Miller is looking for. So he comes in, he supports the local communities a little bit because he's got plenty of money, and he's basically just trying to lure people in. And eventually, all hell breaks loose every single time. He's done it in Iceland, he's done it in Hawaii, and he's doing it right now in America. Who knows where he's at right now? He's popping up random places still. He was just at a wedding not too long ago. I don't even know if he knew the people whose wedding it was, but Ezra Miller was there. I can confirm that. Well, let's go further. So she feels like he had everyone hypnotized. I guess he just has this effect over people, but also money has that effect over people. So even if people aren't necessarily hypnotized by his words, they're probably in it because, hey, they want a quick payday. Maybe this is our one-way ticket out of Iceland straight to Hollywood type of stuff. Miller led group meditations. That doesn't surprise me at all. I've been telling people for months that this dude is running a cult. But yeah, he's leading group meditations. Imagine a group meditation with Ezra Miller, where he's just freaking you out about the fact that the FBI and the Klan, is after him, and he's trying to act like he's really in touch with Mother Earth and all of this weird nonsense. Meanwhile, he's got a Flash ring on, thinking that he's actually Flash, or the Flash in reality. Let's go forward. And he claimed to possess supernatural powers. And there it goes, ladies and gentlemen. I've been saying all along that Ezra Miller refers to himself as the second coming of Christ. he he tells these little non-binary kids that he preys on, he convinces them that they're elevated beings. And the reason that they're confused about their gender is not because, for whatever reason, but it's because they're elevated beings, unhuman, like alien, supernatural, powerful beings. And Ezra Miller is the leader of them all. So he's got people out here in Iceland believing that he possesses supernatural powers. And, part of me believes that Ezra Miller believes some of this stuff for real. The way he acts when he gets arrested, the way he acts on any video, the fact that he runs around with this ring on, which is actually a prop from the movie, the Justice League movie and stuff. And he acts like it really provides him with actual powers. He calls himself like the Mad Goose Wizard and like all types of other weird names. And his followers all believe that they're like vampires and witches and weird stuff too. But, I don't know, man. It's really insane. I will say, though, that I have been talking to some of his supporters. And I want to know from you all. Do you all want to hear from them? Maybe I could bring one of them on my channel and we could have a discussion, because they are adamant about the fact that everything about all of this is just made up. I believe for a 100% fact that most of this is true. Now, people may hop on the bandwagon because that happens with celebrities, but it's too much stuff piling up. And we could see that Ezra Miller was on this downward spiral. And we all know that he's running this cult. So it's, but maybe we'll have that discussion one day. But let's go forward. So, all right. We're at the part where he's leading group meditations. He's claiming that he possesses supernatural powers. He also paid for everyone's food, their lodging. He paid for everyone's happy grass so everyone could be smoking up. Okay, maybe living with Ezra Miller is not too bad after all. Your rent's paid, you get free meals, and you get to smoke for free. All you have to do is listen to Ezra Miller tell everyone he's supernatural. That actually sounds kind of entertaining. Who doesn't want to live rent-free while smoking some good herb, while eating some good meals and listening to this straight-up psychopath entertain you while laughing at him in your mind? All right. And he once handed a musician the equivalent of $1,500 for his birthday. But Miller would become enraged with dissent. We see this all the time with these people. I've told you all before. They come in, they shower with you with gifts. They shower you with love. Do they call it love bombing? I think there's a new term for it that people just came up with, because there's a term for literally everything these days. But they shower you with all of this affection before they turn. And they want to use that initial affection they showed you as leverage over you. So the only reason he's buying people food and he's giving people money is because he wants to have that type of psychological control over them, because they look to him as if, oh, you helped me out before. Nobody was ever allowed to disagree with him. One young woman said, who'd known Miller in Iceland and had a brief, little nasty relationship with him when she was 18. Why would you go and do that, lady? The dude smells like crap. The dude's toenails are super long. The dude's wearing the same outfit every day. He's telling you he's God. And you're out here blowing the guy? Man, come on. You need to make better decisions. His reality painted everyone else's reality. There was no room for anyone else's opinions or feelings. And we've heard that plenty of times before. Ezra Miller has to be in control of everything. No one could weigh in on how they feel about anything. Ezra Miller's opinion has to be right. One person recalled Miller cornering them in the house, saying, "You don't like my hospitality?" And he claimed to then read her mind. It's getting worse than we thought, folks. It's getting worse than we thought. Does this not sound like the type of person who is literally probably going to just straight up end someone's life sometime soon? Because it sounds like it to me. It sounds to me like any and everyone who dares goes around Ezra Miller, like they're in trouble. Their life is in danger. I wouldn't want to be around this guy. And we know he's armed as well. So it only, it only takes one little snap for Ezra Miller to just do something that cannot be reversed. No pun intended, reverse flash. But what in the heck? So he's telling this lady that he's reading her mind. And he knows that she's thinking things that aren't 100% positive about him. I could read your mind. I know you believe that I'm lying while I'm reading your mind right now. No, it's just obvious that anyone with common sense knows that you're an idiot. The actor also flew into a rage when she attempted to use her phone. She said she snuck away and texted her family to pick her up. I was a bit traumatized for a while, she recalled. It was one of the weirdest days I have ever experienced. And the sad part is, ladies and gentlemen, even though all of this information is coming out, there's still tons of dedicated Ezra Miller fans who are waiting in line like, pick me, pick me, pick me, hoping that they will be the next ones thrusted into this type of situation. A lot of Ezra Miller fans are online right now as we speak, defending this man tooth and nail because they hope that one day they'll get that DM, they'll get that message, they'll get that phone call telling them, hey, it's your time. Now I'm bringing you to the ranch. Now I'm bringing you to the commune because everyone else is running and leaving away. Ezra Miller is running off most of the people that he's trying to bring into his little cult. And they're all telling all of his little stories. So he isn't as good at this as he believes he is. But we also cannot underestimate this guy. This guy smells like crap. His toenails are jagged and long. His clothes are dirty as crap. And he's still managing to basically control some of these young people's lives. I hope that this doesn't end up the way that I think it is. But this is going to end up bad. I don't see it getting any better. And at this point, WB, Warner Brothers, you're funding this. These movie executives that refuse to get rid of Ezra Miller, they're funding Ezra Miller's little cult. Anyone in Hollywood who ever hires this man again, just know that that money is going to do things like this, to ruin young people's lives, to traumatize young women who think that maybe they have a shot in Hollywood, but in reality, all they have a shot of, all they have a shot at doing is getting their legs cut up by Ezra Miller's long toenails and maybe getting a whiff of his stinking ass. But let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.